The talk of the wrestling world over the past week has been about the disgusting attack on indie wrestler Sycho Stu by Raja Jackson. He is the son of former UFC champion Rampage Jackson, and he's a kick streamer. Stu sustained life-threatening injuries and has now been cleared of any long-term damage after suffering broken bones, loss of teeth, and fractures across his face in a disgraceful attack that should never have happened. Over the past week, a lot of wrestling personalities have had their say on the matter, with some with contrasting opinions. However, none have been as off-the-wall and unapologetic as Mark Henry's take on the incident. In multiple interviews, Mark stated that he places blame on Sycho Stu for the incident, for being intoxicated before the show and involving an outsider with no prior knowledge or training in a spot that was planned. Now, while Mark is correct in the fact that wrestlers should not be drinking before the show and under the influence while in the ring, regardless of that, you cannot place any blame on Stu for the brazen and despicable actions of Raja. As seen in his stream footage, he and Stu had a misunderstanding before the show regarding his involvement in the show, in which Stu apologized and shook his hand multiple times, saying sorry. If Raja felt he needed to get his revenge back with a real punch in the match, that's one thing. But to hit an unconscious man 23 times square in the jaw and face with no remorse is not only assault, but borderline attempted murder. For Mark Henry to double down on his claims that Stu was in the wrong shows either he's uneducated on what really took place, or he has completely lost the plot. In multiple interviews and his most recent interview with TMZ Sports, Mark Henry is quoted in saying things like, "The dude he was messing with," meaning Sycho Stu, "bit off more than he could chew." He also, and most despicably, said, "Now we know he can't fight." Mark mainly put the situation down as he was not properly trained, and also despicably denied claims that the Knox Pro Wrestling event was not WWE ID program affiliate, which it is, as well as claiming it's not a bad look for the sport. Incredible. For a former wrestler and former top talent for over a decade in the industry, this is extremely disappointing and hard to hear. There should be no defending Raja Jackson for what he did, and he should be in jail. So let me know in the comments below what you think of Mark's comments and the situation.